We're back. We're back. We're back. Hello. It feels like it's been forever since I've done one of these. Damn. Ladies and gents, welcome. One and all. Ladies, gents, and bees, and everyone else. Welcome to another episode of Best of 5. Your weekly FGC talk show for all things FGC. How you guys doing today? Everybody cool? Sorry I've been a little bit away from streaming and all that. To be 100% transparent, I've been having a hard time with mental health recently. So, been trying to take care of that a little bit. And that's been difficult. But with that said, I'm feeling better. And now that I'm here, I feel even better. You know what I mean? I get to take care of a friend's cat. And I'm a big animal fan. And I haven't had a pet in a hot minute, so I get to go hang out with a cat. His name's Sesame. Last time I took care of the cat, we accidentally broke a table. By we, I mean the cat and I. And we killed the cactus as well. So we're always up to shenanigans. But anyway, before we start the show, we have a couple of things we need to talk about. We have a little bit of housekeeping. First, everybody welcome the new subscriber emote, BOVgasm. And it's Ed Boon eating a hot wing. Dude, I saw he was, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but I saw the link for the thing and I was like, oh, wow. That's not something I thought I would see. And I clicked on the video and that's the first thing that was on the video. So I was like, I gotta take it. I gotta use it. We gotta use it. I love Ed Boon and I'm happy he got the experience to go on Hot Ones. But that face will forever be known as BOVgasm from now on. So everybody, congratulations to Ed Boon cementing himself as an emote. And for those of you that missed it, I've also added BOVissue, which is Punk holding up the skill issue sign. So enjoy those. Along with those emotes, I wanted to bring it up. It is now officially September on Twitch. September means that Twitch discounts each subscription by 25%. So you can subscribe for $3.75 instead of paying $5. However, Twitch pays me the whole gambit. Twitch pays me what I usually get. No discounts for me. So shout outs to everybody who's participating in September. We got a couple of things that we're going to do on streams outside of the talk show, but I'll announce those at a later point. But anyway, I'm super happy you guys are here. Welcome back to the show. Sorry, it's been a hot minute. It's time. Tonight on the show, we're going to recap ourselves of events that happened over the weekend. We are going to talk about Nickelodeon All-Star Battle, or All-Star Brawl. Sorry, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. They're making a sequel. Is that a good or a bad idea? We'll discuss that. Mortal Kombat 1's marketing is ramping up. Thus, Ed Boon on Hot Ones. Megan Fox is part of the game now. That's crazy. I didn't know there was going to be a tie-in to the Transformers universe. And last but not least, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about all of the FGC discourses happening on Twitter and how terrible / semi-productive they are. You feel me? Everybody with me so far? Everybody press 1 in the chat so I know you're listening, so I know we're all here. Let's see it. I'm waiting for 1-1. 1-1. Also, I'm going to itch my hand because it's... There it is. That Mean Scene has my back. Always. Thanks, Mean Scene. I appreciate you. Squidly as well. Appreciate you being here. All right. Well, ladies and gents, without further ado, I do believe it is time for us to go to the... Ace King Offsuit Memorial. Shayon is also here. Hello. The Ace King Offsuit Memorial weekly recap. All right. What a smooth transition that was. We're going to start it off at Summer Jam 2023, all the way in the land of New Jersey / Philadelphia. That whole like tri-state area over there. Guilty Gear Strive is the #1 game on the list, and it was taken by Nitro over Suno Winter in the grand finals. Zippy taking the bronze. ZayX taking the 4th place. Musty, Hermit, Yurikov, and AOI Kiefer rounding out the rest of the top 8. Mr. Quotes, Vlade, Bisu, and Exilio tying for 9th, and Static Gorilla finna head out. Runner for Bestie Best Name of the Week. Last Laugh and Classified tying for 13th. So congratulations to everybody in the Summer Jam Guilty Gear Strive tournament. Next. Is that not the button? What's the button? Oh, I guess I screwed up a shortcut. But anyway, I guess we'll do it live. Tekken 7 was a challenger event at Summer Jam 2023. Big tournament, and it was taken by the newly picked up Liquid Shadow 20Z over the American hero from EVO, Genghis Don. 3rd place is Jury Fury with the Jack. Paragon, TY taking the #4 spot. Nashi and I Vesper X tying for 5th. And Junior 20Z and Lord Pokechop tying for 7th. Also, unfortunately, Pokechop was not able to attend top 8 due to flight issues. So, unfortunately, he had to DQ himself after he got to top 8. Heartbreaking, but shoutouts to Pokechop for making top 8. I'm a big Pokechop fan, so big ups to him. Time for 9th, Cuddlecore, JJ Breeze, Trizzy the Rapper, and Vic Timo. And time for 13th is Anakin, Jumanji, Yusef, and Armaku. That was the Tekken 7 Challenger event for the Tekken World Tour 2023 at Summer Jam. And last but not least, at Summer Jam, we had ourselves some Street Fighter 6 and Mike and Ike taking the tournament. It's interesting to think that a couple years ago, Mike and Ike was getting teabagged by Punk, and now he's taking the tournament. So shout outs to Mike and Ike for the grind and making it all the way to the #1 spot here off of Summer Jam. MJ and Escaping Jail round out the rest of the podium for silver and bronze respectively. Escaping Jail, another runner for Bestie Best Name of the Week. Stingrays 110, One Way to God Jesus, Young Matt Teen, DJ Eric Darkside, and Umali rounding out the rest of your top 8 for Street Fighter 6 at Summer Jam 2023. Now let's take it all the way south, shall we? All the way south to South America West, which I don't know if you guys have seen the list of eligible countries. It's not necessarily South America West. It's just all of South America except Brazil, which is interesting. But anyway, it was taken by Dookie from Argentina. The big Dookie qualifying for Capcom Cup X. Shaka 22, unfortunately, failing right at the end. Very heartbreaking. Young Ho from Chile, and Bequitos, also from Chile, taking 3rd and 4th respectively. Self Cool and Yuri from Argentina and Chile respectively, time for 5th. And Moise and Blaze 11, also from Chile, rounding out the rest of the top 8. I was going to try to read some of those names tied for 9th and tied for 13th, but I don't want to butcher them, so we're going to go ahead to our next slide. We're going to look forward what to watch this weekend. And, of course, only the best. I think it's only the best 6. Mean Scene, you always get 1. That's the Steve Ace King Offsuit Jurek Memorial Rule. Only the best 6, I believe, is happening this weekend. It is a Tekken World Tour Challenger event over at Tenno Media and Team Spooky, all the way from Italy. Riptide 2023, the big Smash event, is going live from Friday through Sunday at BTS Smash. Furiatica, the big old South American tournament going on at ABA Games, and Capcom Pro Tours Online Premier Asia East. Oh, is it 5? Only the best of 5? Okay, we'll go with, you know what, Mean Scene, then I apologize. I said it was wrong, and it turns out maybe it's not. Actually, it turns out it is not. So, shoutouts to Mean Scene for being correct and not needing the Ace King Offsuit Jurek Memorial one rule. And last but not least, Saturday and Sunday is the Capcom Pro Tour online premiere for Asia East at Capcom Fighter. So looking forward to seeing all the crazy Eastern Asia gameplay coming. Ladies and gents, this has been the Steve Ace King Offsuit Jurek Memorial Weekly recap. Not weekend. Weekly recap. Goodbye. Hi, I'm back. So now that we've gotten that terrible transition out of the way, before we start on our topics, I did want to go over just a couple of things. First, we heard it earlier during the countdown. The Aki theme has been revealed, and I gotta tell you, man, I like it. I think it might be one of my favorite songs out of the Street Fighter 6 soundtrack, the Aki theme called Poisonous Passion. So shout outs to Cap Jams over there for making some cool stuff. I like the melodic tune of it, right? A lot of people are saying it sounds too much like Jury's tune, and at first I thought so too. However, once you actually listen to it, it's pretty good. So we listened to the Aki theme. It was pretty good. I like it a lot. I think it might be one of my favorite tunes on the Street Fighter 6 soundtrack. And before we go any further, this also came out a little earlier this week. Let's take a look at this trailer.
Duolog.
貴族は暗殺者の一族なのでしょう。聞かせてほしい。あなたは罪のない人も手にかけてきたのかしら。
我々は誰であっても対象としていた。弁解をするつもりはない。見える。こっち。
あなたの前例、ブラントルシの名をもって打破してみせましょう。
なるほど。ではこちらは一族の誇りにかけて全力で相手をし終わりだ。
アンシャンテ、どうもはじめまして。
そうやって真実を煙に巻くタイプ。相変わらずだな、アッシュ。その手の冗談は俺には通じんぞ。シェンならいざ知らず。耐えられる。
He's dead.
KO at 50.
He's actually dead.
この程度か。
Anyway, it comes out next week. Along with some balance adjustments. Fun times. So we're almost at the end of the Season 2 roadmap here for King of Fighters 15. And shoutouts to the team over at SNK. The music is dope. The character looks really cool. It's King of Fighters, baby. Looking forward to seeing what that character does and how that character will break the meta, as well as some of those balance changes that should be coming out. What is it? It's on the 12th, so that is what, Tuesday. One other thing that I wanted to mention, as far as the Aki theme is concerned, I want to give a shout out to Capcom. We don't usually give Capcom shout outs like this, so I want to give a shout out to Capcom because they released the Aki theme 30 minutes before we started the broadcast today. So thank you, Capcom, for giving us shit to talk about before the show. Everybody give Capcom a round of applause, please. All right. So that's all I had. I think it is time for us to send it over to... Uh-oh. Never mind. All the other Ilans are gone again. So we're going to stay right here, and I'm going to talk about stuff. Anyway, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is coming out, and very, very soon, might I add. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, the first one came out, I believe it was in 2021, just a little under 2 years ago. And for as great as the actual gameplay of it was, unfortunately, because they didn't have a couple of bells and whistles, it made the game very hard to play. They were missing things like music and voice acting. And no, I think that was it, right? Like having an identity, right? Just because it didn't quite feel like it felt dry, right? It's very bizarre playing that game and going back to it before it had the voice lines. It was very interesting. So it looks like they decided to scrap the first one and just go straight into the sequel with a lot of the changes. With a lot of the changes that they implemented. And honestly, if you ask me, I think that's an amazing idea, right? Just shelving the game. It's like, hey, we did some stuff right, we did some stuff wrong. Let's shelf the game. Let's try it again and get all of this shit right. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So, I think it's a great thing for the crew over at. Oh damn! I always forget their name. Yep, I forgot their name again. The developers of Nick All-Star Brawl. I think it's a very good idea to just kind of scrap the first one and start over and give it another try. Ludosity? Is it Ludosity? We're going to find out because they also revealed the trailer either yesterday or today of a new character that's joining the Brawl. Here's that trailer now.
So, it's a battle of the bands, is it? Ember's back and ready to rock. Rock? I'm gonna play you right off the stage. Tell me who you love. I don't do duets. When this is all over, they'll remember my name. Thank you. Good night.
There you go. Pre-order it now. Shout outs to the folks over at Ludosity. So that is Ember from Danny Phantom. I think Danny Phantom was just like right at the tail end of when I stopped watching. So I don't know too much about Danny Phantom. I did watch it every once in a while and it was pretty cool. So it's cool to see they're using some more characters from that. Squidly in the chat says, in terms of Butch Hartman shows, I was more of a Fairly Odd Parents kid. Me too. But I do remember Danny Phantom being pretty damn cool. So shout outs to them for including them. They also released another trailer last week that we unfortunately missed, and I think it was for El Tigre, who I think is it from Mucha Lucha? I can't remember if Mucha Lucha was like a Cartoon Network or a Nick thing. But anywho, so they're putting out regular announcements of characters, which is really nice. The game is on its way. Was there a release date on that? Let me see. Nope. Just pre-order now. It's from Adventures of Manny Rivera. Oh, okay. Yeah, then I think Mucha Lucha was a Cartoon Network shindig. Also another one that was like, it came out like right as I was like kind of transferring out of the Saturday morning cartoons era, if you will. But at the end of the day, for me personally, I think it's such a good idea for like to take it back to the drawing board, fix up the stuff that didn't go well, make it a more appealing package in general, and then come out guns blazing, which they have been. So it looks really, really cool. I know at EVO we saw the big old robot Plankton is on his way. We saw Squidward's on his way as well. Now we're seeing Danny Phantom. We're seeing old Manny Rivera over there. This is exciting, man. I played a little bit of Nick All-Star Brawl, and I had a good time with it for the time that I played. But unfortunately, again, I don't. It felt very empty without like the voice acting and without like the music from the games, right? So it was a little bit tough to keep playing. But with that said, I'm super excited to see how this new one comes out. I honestly did not play it when they got the voice acting stuff. But shout outs to Fair Play and Ludosity and Game Mill, because like we talked about it on this show how Nickelodeon usually doesn't push games, and past game developers were forced to take voice lines from the show itself, so it still had like background noise and shit. So they were able to finally get some voice actors in the booth, or they were able to get some files with some voice lines. So Shoutouts to Ludosity, Fair Play, and Game Mill, man. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Now, everybody get your and it's their actual voice actors too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Now, everybody, it's time to get your new emotes up. I want everybody to start spamming BOV-gasm, because we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 1's marketing. Mortal Kombat 1, the early access is 7 days away. 7 days away. Let me repeat that. 7 days away. There he is. That's Ed Boon. So we've been seeing a lot of marketing for. That's 1 week. Correct, Pathos. So we've been seeing a lot of marketing for Mortal Kombat starting to come out. We saw the TV commercial with the wrestler guy. What's his name? Bautista. Doing the Mortal Kombat thing, doing the callback to the very first Mortal Kombat trailer. So shout outs to them. Now, we've reached the pinnacle, I think, of things I never thought I would see. And here's what it is. Oh. Wait, hold on. Restart.
Today we're joined for a very special edition interview with video game legend Ed Boon.
Oh, that's nothing. No, I'm sure it's gonna.
When we had actor Kumail Nanjiani on the show, he put forth this theory that video games are the only medium in entertainment that get better year over year. Does that at all resonate with you?
It does. The first Mortal Kombat game. All right. It is when we. Oh man, that's kicking in. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. And he
I think I'm going to join you there, by the way.
Wow. That's the spiciest thing I've ever had in my life.
Off the top of your head, without thinking about it too much, do you have any sort of an idea for a hot sauce fatality?
What'd you say? No.
So, Ed Boon on Hot Ones. Who would have thought? That's like one of those things that like I didn't even imagine happening, right? And also, yeah, it was in square format because that's the way First We Feast uploaded it on Twitter. So thanks, First We Feast. But yeah, what a bizarre place to go. What an awesome place to go, right? That's literally one of those things that I never thought would happen, is having Ed Boon on Hot Ones. So I'm super excited to watch the episode. It came out a little bit earlier today, I think, but I haven't gotten to watch it yet. The only thing I've gotten to see is Ed Boon making the face of our new emote. So shout outs to Sean Evans and the crew over there at First We Feast, man. I'm a big fan. So I can't wait to see Lord Ed Boon. Shout outs to Ed Boon as well, for having the courage to go over there and face things like the bomb. For those of you that have never had the bomb is their level, like the sauce before the last one. It's the penultimate hot sauce. And the bomb is the most disgusting hot sauce that I think exists on this planet, because it tastes like ass. It's just pure pepper extract, so it's really hot, and it has like the worst flavor ever. Like, it's just terrible. It's a terrible experience. Terrible experience. If it was at least tasty, I think it would be worth it, but it's not even tasty, man. It just tastes like shit, and it's hot, and it like stays on your tongue. It's gross. So I can't wait to see how Lord Ed Boon deals with that. I heard it looks like tar. No, it's very red. It's very dark red. Very dark red. It's very scary. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ed Boon having to deal with that. Also, along with the showing over at First We Feast, we also got this, which was while the trailer itself isn't a big surprise, I think the stuff around the trailer was a big surprise. Let's take a look at the Nitara trailer. I haven't seen this yet, so this is my first time watching it.
And I'm voicing Nitara. She comes from this weird realm. She is a type of vampire creature. She's evil, but she's also good. She's trying to save her people. But I really like her. She's a vampire, which obviously resonates for whatever reason. It's cool to be in the game, you know, because I'm not really just voicing it. It'll be like, she's kind of me.
I'll steal Datusha and kill you with it. You are welcome to try.
You Outworlders believe yourselves so superior. As I've been doing the sessions, it does force me to like tap into areas of myself that I'm not comfortable. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and it's caused me to like be more free with myself.
What did you do with Jen's body?
Poor Kung Lao. You'll never see her again.
Mortal Kombat, it's just one of those staples. It's been around since gaming has been around. I think it's just like an opportunity that anybody would want, because we did all grow up playing the game, and it is one of the greatest video games of all time.
Well, damn. That's pretty cool. Shout outs to Megan Fox. I didn't know we were going to have a crossover with the Transformers universe. That's super interesting. I'm glad they got that interview with Megan Fox in there. Again, more marketing. That's a huge name to get in the game. I'm excited to see how Nitara does. Nitara, again, another character that people have been kind of clamoring for. So big ups to Lord Netherrealm. Something crazy that I noticed, and I don't know if it's just me, but she looks like she has like a Jetta or an Eno dash, where instead of dashing forward, like you dash upwards, right? Like where you like a fly dash. I don't know if I just missed when she was actually just dashing, or whether that's what she actually does. Very mobile character in the air, going to be very annoying. I already hate it. No, but super exciting nonetheless. I'm super excited to see it happen. I'm super excited to see that character happen. With that said, I believe, I can't remember if it was Tekken or if it was Mortal Kombat that was missing just another 4 characters. So Shayon in the chat is saying crazy when J.K. Simmons and Megan Fox and John Cena are in MK. So we don't know if J.K. Simmons and John Cena are voicing Peacemaker and Omni-Man. We don't know. It would be awesome if they did, right? I'm a big J.K. Simmons fan. I'm also a big fan of Peacemaker too. I think John Cena did really well with that shit. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, man. It's 1 week away. Oh, they both got confirmed, Cheon? Really? Oh, that's so sick. So we're going to get J.K. Simmons, Megan Fox, and John Cena in here? Man, what a big step up from Mortal Kombat 11, huh? Only Anthony Starr from Homelander isn't confirmed. That guy, like, yeah, they can get away without having him talk. As long as they don't do what they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they got somebody who was like, I'll be back. Get out of my way. I don't know why that sounded more Scottish than anything else. I am not good with accents. But anyway, this is exciting, man. Mortal Kombat. It's happening. Mortal Kombat 1 next week. I don't think there's anything else to say, right? Like it's happening. I played a little bit of the beta. I think I didn't have enough time with the beta, or my brain didn't quite vibe with it. So I'm hoping when we get the full game, I'll get a little bit more time to figure the game out. But I did have some fun with it, though. Playing Kenshi was really cool. Anybody else got some thoughts on Mortal Kombat? Anybody excited? I know they've been showing off a little bit of the cameo fighters, right? Like they showed not Sindel, sorry. They showed Sonya, they showed Cyrax, Motaru's gonna be in there. They have like the devil lady whose name I always forget. I don't know, man. You watched the MK movie a few days back. Dude, you know what's funny? I was trying to see where Mortal Kombat, this TV series went, right? I was really excited to see if we could watch it here, but the series is in HBO Max. So we cannot. Very unfortunate for us. yeah, so hold on. Let's mute some of these ads, huh? Snooze. Anywhoozle. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited. It feels like the last time when Mortal Kombat 11 came out, I feel like it was such a big disappointment. Not necessarily because the game was bad or anything. Like, I enjoyed playing the game for a little bit, but it got very old very quickly. So the fact that they're taking a lot of cool chances with the tag mechanics and all this other stuff, I think makes it really, really exciting. I played Kenshi in the beta, and he was really cool, right? I started messing with the fact that you can, like, have his ghost up, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, Shayon is bringing up a point that I was exactly going to bring up, is it's expensive, man. It's a $70 game, and to get the early access, you gotta cough up $110. Fuck off. Man, that sucks, right? That's a shit ton of money. So it's gonna be a hot minute before it's an affordable game. Anyone want to pay for me? Yeah, anyone want to pay for me too? I think I pre-ordered it though. I can't remember if I pre-ordered it or not. I'll have to take a look. But yeah, it's expensive, man. It's expensive, and it's a next gen game, so I guess it makes sense. Maybe, I don't know. That's what we get for getting Megan Fox. Megan Fox is the extra like $30 per unit. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, there's the MK Legacy. I did see that. I remember watching it when it first came out, and I thought it was so cool. But then I watched the Baraka one again, and it was like weird. But yeah. So shout outs to Mortal Kombat. Super excited. Game comes out early access next week, man. So for everybody who got the big pre-order, for those of you that are slinging that money around, see you next week. See you at the next tournament. Finally, I wanted to go over some of the current FGC Discord on social media and off social media, because it's been difficult. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but it's been difficult looking at social media when it comes to the FGC. It just literally seems like a bunch of like petulant children arguing over nothing. And I don't mean that as in the people arguing are children, the arguments are over nothing. No, I'm just saying, like, from the general look from the outside looking in, it looks rough. There are some important discourses happening, of course. I think the big one was once Big E announced that he was looking to retire after Summer Jam, and then promptly announced NEC, how a lot of the big regionals are ending, right? Like, we no longer have any regionals in the West Coast as far as SoCal regionals or NorCal regionals go. Asterisk. Kumite in Tennessee is gone. Final round is gone. And now it looks like all the Big E events, which are Winter Brawl, NEC, and Summer Jam, are up on the chopping block. So it's been difficult for TOs, and also so it's been the return to offline versus online again, right? The online is great. There's a lot of online tournaments, so it's people are staying more at home than going out. But I think that's just like a beginning thing, right? We're still at the end. Oh, Big E. No, I'm talking about Big E, Eric Smalls. He is a TO for the Philly scene, and I have the utmost respect for him, right? I think you guys have heard me many times say that, like, Winter Brawl in 2014 was my first tournament. NEC immediately after that was my second tournament in 2014. So I have there's a very special place in my FGC upbringing that is all because of Big E and the Big E tournaments. So it's sad to see it go. However, Big E did announce that he had like 3 strokes. I don't know if the 3 was a typo, right? But he did announce that he had a stroke. So that stuff is super difficult to deal with. So I have nothing but the best wishes and speedy recovery for him. But I think the fact that he was up and walking around at NEC is a big deal. So shout outs to Big E Gaming and everybody that works there. Shout outs to everybody that ran Summer Jam this past weekend. It was a lot of fun to watch. This whole discourse is kind of taken off because of that, right? So it's like the online versus offline. Like people don't go to tournaments anymore. And what's really funny is I love seeing takes from like some of the people who have been in the FGC for a long time, because I forget if it was James Chen or if it was Ultra David. One of the Ultra Chens said that it seemed like it was just a discourse around when fighting games went to consoles, right? Where it was the same thing. It's like, oh, you can just stay at home and play instead of going to the arcade. Arcades are dying, blah, 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 blah. So that's been like a weird like argument that's just gone around in circles. The other arguments that have gone around in circles are like which character is the best. I don't know, man. It just seems like everybody's complaining a lot about characters, and it's interesting because I feel like it has never been this bad, but maybe it always has been, and I just haven't been in tune with it. Yeah, there's just a lot of people complaining about either Ken or JP, and then somebody complains about another character, and then they go, oh, what about Ken and JP? It's getting crazy. And then something else I saw was somebody posted like the different tiers of the MR scores, right? Like, so I think it was like 1500 or like 1400 to 1500 is a beginner. The next tier is like getting better or like good. Next tier is like, what are you, an animal? And the next tier is like tournament winners. I thought it was a joke when I saw it, but everybody has been taking it as like a serious post. So I don't know if it's just one of those cases where people have just been taking it seriously when it hasn't been meant to be serious, or if it was meant to be serious, it's hilarious. It actually makes it even more hilarious, right? So I don't know, man. It just seems like everybody's up in arms. I hope things get back to being funny, right? Like, I understand we're all at home and everybody's, you know, itching to like have human interaction, but you know, I just want to go back to things being funny instead of everybody getting all up in arms over a joke, or what I perceive to be as a joke, right? Yeah, it just seems like everybody's so hostile over there. One thing I do have to say, another discourse that did take place a while ago is when somebody was mentioning that pro players only play with other pro players and are only friends with other pro players, and they won't play anyone else, right? We've already had that discussion before, mind you. But what was really funny was last week, I was just playing the game. I got matched up with Shine, right? Which was already a mistake in the first place, right? My MR is like sticking around 1500. His is like 1800 something, right? He was playing Jury. So I went on his stream. I was like, yo, dude, let me, like, when you have time and patience, let me know when we can run a set. I want to figure some stuff out. And he literally played me for like an hour, right? Like, we ran a long set. He was super cool about it. And it was super fun. And I learned a shit ton. So I think there in and of itself is already like a good indication of that whole argument being untrue. Granted, you know, different people, different reactions, etc., etc., etc. Who knows? I just thought it was interesting that, like, I think that argument came out of somebody who was either too afraid to ask or just wanted to start shit. Because something I've learned since starting, and it's been like a thing, right? And I think I have to give this up to my journey of the FGC for finding the results of this so clearly, is at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? Like, that's it. Like, I remember what was it? Like I started working at Cross Counter because I saw Gutex on Twitter, and I was like, "Hey, need an editor?" And he goes, "Yep." And then I started working at Cross Counter. I started working here because after running camera for the Best of 3, I talked to Efren, and I was like, "Hey, you got a job for me?" And he goes, "Nope." And then later he was like, "Come on down." When they started Best of 5. Now this thing with like the interview with S-Fan, right? I literally just went up to S-Fan and I was like, "Hey, I'm interested in interviewing you." You can go on his stream and see the moment that I asked him. It's very funny. I literally just went up to him. I was like, "Hey, I run a fighting game talk show. I'd love to talk to you about your Evo experience. What's the best way to get a hold of you if you're interested?" He just goes Twitter. And then we're doing the thing. Same thing with Zed Tabani. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the top of the show. I mentioned this in our Discord, but I didn't mention it in outside. Zed, unfortunately, is dealing with some family stuff, so he had to call off today. But we are working with him to get him scheduled on. So shout-outs to Zed and his family for dealing with hard times. I hope things get better. Shit's difficult out here. But yeah, like asking doesn't hurt. And if somebody says no, that's it, right? It's not like anything personal or anything. They just either don't want to do it or they can't do it. I think like this fear of us being rejected, and granted, like I have a fear of being rejected too, right? Like asking shit is uncomfortable sometimes. So, you know, we just kind of got to do it, man. That's how we change shit. Speaking of uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable asking for stuff, I want to remind you guys, it's September, which means you can subscribe on Twitch for 25% off. It's $3.75 instead of the regular $5. So if you either have your Prime or you want to throw some money our way so that we can keep doing this show and doing bigger and better things with it, I'd love the support. Thanks. Also, something else I forgot to mention, I have added up, we now have reached the 21st century as far as our in-chat experience goes. If you guys have any questions about what our socials are, how to get into our Discord or whatever, you can type !Discord, you can type !Socials, and you can type !YouTube, and it'll give you links to all of those. So you guys enjoy. Mean Scene, what are you doing? Everybody, give a round of applause to Mean Scene. Let's see some BOV gasms for Mean Scene for gifting 5 subs. Shoutouts to Mean Scene. Yeah, Pathos. Now, Pathos. Wait, who was all there? Hold on. We gotta welcome everybody. Pretender 80, Pathos, Money Green, Squidly, and Axax. Congratulations. Be sure to thank that Mean Scene for getting you guys that sub. Shoutouts to Mean Scene, man. Thanks. See, it doesn't hurt to ask. One other way that you guys can. Okay, hi. So CEO Lord Jabali, hello. Thank you for the raid. For those of you coming from Jabali's chat, I hope you guys had a good stream. Welcome. We're Best of 5. This is a weekly FGC talk show where we just finished going over all of these topics. However, if anybody wants me to rehash anything, I guess, since you guys just got here, let me know. We'll rehash it. We were just talking about how it's September, so if you forgot to subscribe to Jabali with your Amazon Primes or your discounted subs, feel free to drop them here because you're probably going to forget and you don't want that money to go to waste. One other thing, what I was about to mention before before Jabali came in here, is one way to also support the show if you guys are up for it that doesn't cost you any money is to make clips. Make clips of the stream. If you guys find something funny or interesting or whatever, just feel free to make a clip. Usually that'll help us out a lot. And that's a free way to support the show. And you get like a fun clip out of it, you know? I hate the hash, especially rehash. Sorry, Die by Sword. It happens. It happens to all of us. Also, shout outs to Jabali for being Jabali. I see him working hard towards CEO Taku coming up. So nothing but best wishes. I hope all goes well. Die by Sword has redeemed. Press the button. Hold. Oh shit. There's nothing in my button playlist. All right, hold on. Okay, here I just connected all of this. I hope this works because I just plugged it in. So, Die by Sword, thank you for redeeming the button. Here it is. I hope this works. It turned off. It did not work. All right. Well, anyway, here it is. I'll do one. Oh, I pressed it.
At one point in time, largely considered he was second place last year to Luffy in Evolution. And at that point in time, he was one of those players that was considered maybe the greatest player on the planet.
Yeah, it really seemed like that.
And since then, his success has been a little bit lessened, but he is still a threat, still a very, very strong player. But his opponent is... Who's his opponent? Who's his opponent? We hear the music, but where is his opponent? He's already on stage, Dominion! Mr. Kevin Landon of New York City.
Nobody saw him. He just crept in there.
Of course it was a CEO clip, right? I literally picked it out of random, so it was meant to be. Shoutouts to CEO. Shoutouts to Base Monster for having those clips. Yeah. I think with that said, that's going to bring this episode to a close. So, for those of you that are here from Jabali's Raid, if you haven't followed already, if you like the FGC and you want to stay connected with it, feel free to hit that follow button, will you? That, I believe it was 2015 or 2016. I feel like it was 2016. I could be wrong about that, though. Wonder what happened to Dominion. I saw him at... The last time I saw Dominion was at EVO 2017. And he seemed a little defeated about Street Fighter V, so I think he moved on to bigger and better things. As we all do. So yeah, shout outs to Dominion, man. I'm a big fan of his. I like Dominion. He's cool. I also like Jabali. Jabali's also pretty cool. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but the funniest thing that happened at CEO this year to me was right before finals. I was saying goodbye to everybody, right? Because I probably I was gonna just head out before or miss everybody, right? So I was talking to everybody before before the finals started, so I could say goodbye to everybody. And I ran into Jabali. Jabali gave me a big hug. And we were talking about it. We were talking about CEO. It was my first one. And after he realized it was my first CEO, he goes, "Now you know why I'm the best at what I do." And then he gets on his Segway and just starts going. And I'm sure in his mind, he thought that was so badass. But he was on a Segway. And then he immediately got stopped by a little kid to go take a picture. But anyway, I'm a big Jabali fan. So shout outs to Jabali. That was hilarious, and that's going to stick in my brain for a long time. All right, well, that's it. This has been another episode of the Best of 5, your weekly FGC talk show. We caught up on all the FGC news. We talked about Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. We talked about Mortal Kombat 1. And again, for those of you that are subscribers, you can use our new emote, BOV Gasm. Shout outs to Ed Boon being on on Hot Ones, right? So that's gonna be cool. I can't wait to use the shit out of that emote. I'm a big fan. All right, I'm gonna send you guys to Juna. He's playing viewer sets Street Fighter 6. So go say hi to Lord Juna for me. Ah, Made BestofV. All right, there we go. All right. I'm sending you guys over to Juna, Anime Illuminati. Tell them I said hello. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.